Now that everybody waking up to what Zionism is, the people in power, the elite, whoever, the powers that be, they trying to make it a cool thing to be. Like, they trying to popularize and normalize the term Zionist. And, they using reverse psychology. They using psychological warfare. And Satan is a master at psychological warfare. The CIA, the Mossad, they the ones that created it, perfected it. What they doing really, they trying to do damage control right now. They trying to get back in front and get control of the narrative, and get back control of the population, the herd, the sheep. You know what I'm saying? Tell them it's a good thing, but it's working on a lot of Christians too. A lot of Trump supporters who doubling down on Trump and Israel, and they think it's cool to be a Zionist now. And a lot of it got to do with because Trump support Israel so much. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell them Trump been a lifelong Zionist. They don't want to hear that, but then they like, yeah, okay. What's wrong with that? That's right, I'm a Zionist. I'm a proud Christian Zionist. And it's like, you claim to be a patriot. You claim to be fighting the kingdom of darkness and fighting against evil and wickedness. The whole time, you supporting Satan Yahoo. I mean, Bibi Milkowski. I mean, Bibi Netanyahu. You're silent on Palestine. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how they trying to do this. But those with eyes to see and ears to hear can see straight through the deceptions now. The veil has been lifted, and people ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? So to all you proud Christian Zionists out there who've been programmed to think being a Zionist is a great thing, let me break it down for you in modern day terminology and parables that you may understand. You remember the movie Avatar, when the blue people was minding their business, living in paradise, taking care of the earth, and the earth was taking care of them. Then here come these invaders. Yeah, they came and they was stealing, killing, and destroying everything in their path, trying to conquer and take over. That is what a Zionist mentality is. That's what it encompasses. The difference is the Zionists, they use scripture, they pervert it and they twist it and they interpret it for you, and then they tell you what it say. They tell you that scripture has given them the right to do what they doing. The reason they here stealing, killing, and destroying is because this land was promised to them 3,000 years ago, or this planet. They believe that they are God's chosen people, and with that title, they can steal, kill, and destroy anybody who opposes or gets in their way. Okay, you understand that? Now, if that don't make enough sense, let's go to a real world. Let's step out of Hollywood, because we know who control that. And let's step into a real world example. Another real world. Remember when the natives was here, minding their own business, taking care of the Mother Earth, and Mother Earth was taking care of them. And then here come these pilgrims or invaders. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What did they proceed to do? Deceive, steal, kill, and destroy. Took over the land, wiped out 98% of the native population. Tens and tens and tens of millions of souls and lives. Just conquered, colonized, and took over. Not only that, while we on the subject of taking over and colonizing and this and that, let's talk about slavery and who owned the ships. Who owned the ships? These were Zionists who owned the ships. Zionists, Khazarian fake Jews. Zionist, Khazarian, fake Jews. That's what Christopher Columbus was, a Zionist, Khazarian, fake Jew. The slave ship owners was Khazarian, Zionist, fake Jews. And don't forget that they used the scripture to enslave people, to control the slaves, to keep them under their indoctrination. They used the scripture to control the slaves, to deceive the congregations. They used the scripture to mislead and deceive the congregations into supporting slavery, and they used the scripture to control the slaves. They only gave them scriptures that pertain to obeying your slave master and crap like that. Now, for those of you patriots and those of you Christians who don't know what Zionism is or what a Zionist is, I just laid it out for you. Somebody who uses scripture in a perverted manner and fashion to steal, kill, deceive, and destroy. And they hide under the guise of religion. Now, the question we all need to be asking ourselves, are we deceived? Are we being ruled? Are we supporting Zionist agendas because they are so well placed under religious disguises? These satanic beast agendas, Satan is a master deceiver. He knows how to hide and disguise evil and make it look good.